Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Coaching from the Couch. I am your host, CWall. I'm going to give y'all a chance to get on in the room so that we can start talking our favorite sports teams in the DMV. Already see folks checking in. How are you, David? Happy Thursday to you. Giving everybody a chance to come on into the virtual room. Our girl Joy, CWall team member, has checked in, getting ready to facilitate the virtual conversation. Damon, it's so good to see you virtually as always. I just love Thursdays, don't y'all? I know I do. And I'm giving everybody a chance to get in because, as we all know, when is there a dull moment in DC sports? Never. Cameron Mingo, shout out to him. All in for this show. Rocking the CWall sports and entertainment gear. If you all are looking for CWall sports and entertainment merch, make sure you are going to the CWall website at www.cwallse.com. You can shop CWall. The online store is always available 24/7. So if you check the timeline, Cameron definitely got a red one, straight up rocking it. Straight up rocking. So you all want to make sure you all are sharing the show with your DC, DMV sports loving family and friends. Make sure you are sharing this show. Make sure you are tagging them in the show because it's always good to watch the show later. We know everybody is busy, but we have a lot of fun in the live commentary, don't we? Don't we have a good time talking about all of our favorite sports live? Listen, you all, full show as usual. John Adams is checking in right on time. We're going to talk a little bit of Nats, get into some Caps, definitely talking about the Wizards. And we're going to close it out like we always do with the Washington football team. So if you're ready, give me a like or love emoji. Make sure you all are tuned in. I see James checking in. And let's get to it, you guys. Only got 30 minutes to spend with each other. So let's see if it goes by fast. So here's what I want to share about the Nats. Max Scherzer. Okay? Listen. Max, every time it's like you want to see what's going to happen with Max. See how he's doing. It's like, is he slowing down on us? How much more does he have left in the tank? He shows us he's still got a lot left in the tank, doesn't he, Peter? Look. Max Scherzer steadily moving up the MLB all-time strikeout leaderboard, passing Mike Mussina for the 21st spot. John said it. He's not human. Wow. Amazing. And that is truly my Nats update for this week. I know, season is still early, still starting, but wow, look at what could potentially happen as the season goes on and Max stays healthy. He's going to continue to climb that all-time strikeout leaderboard. He's going to continue to he's going to continue to rock out there. I don't know about you all, But when I see what he's doing, when I see how he's always still consistently contributing to the Washington Nationals, I'm like, wow, I am so glad he's in this city. We're watching history being made here, folks. So check it out. If you're not, listen, Nats games, I know baseball games can be long. I know some people always say the baseball games are long, but listen, we're watching history being made. You all know I'm always going to call out when some history being made. All right? And James, while you're not a baseball guy, I totally understand that for certain. But Max Scherzer and the rest of the team is something to continue to watch. I'm cautiously optimistic about this season for the Nats, but I'm gonna tell you all something. That was some big news when I was talking to the CWall Sports and Entertainment team earlier today. I was talking to Joy, Sherrod, and Mazdak. You know, Sherrod brought this up in terms of just sharing and talking about this because this is a big deal. And we want to make sure we're giving our folks their flowers, right? Max deserves some flowers. Exactly right, John. He took a 1-run game and made it his own. That 1 run came from Nats player Josh Bell, and Max shut the rest of it down. Shut it all down. So, hey, listen. I can go on and on about this topic, honestly, because I'm a Max Scherzer fan, not just a Nats fan, but a Max Scherzer fan. I do want to share one quote that Davey Martinez shared with reporters over the weekend, and it says, he looks like he's got command of every pitch. His body is very much under control, and he looked good. He's in a zone, folks. Mad Max is in a zone, and I'm so glad that we have him as the Washington Nationals, one of the big 3 pitchers on this squad. We're going to continue to watch the season. As we all know, the baseball season is long, but we're going to continue to see what happens, and we're going to keep updating. As Cameron said, Juan Soto is dealing with an injury right now, but we're going to keep seeing how things progress. The season is very long, so more to come there. We had to give Max, we had to constantly talk about Max though for a minute. Caps fans, do we have any Caps fans checked in? Check in, Caps fans, if you can. Check in. A like or love emoji for the Washington Capitals. You all, right now, because the game started at 7 o'clock. They're playing the Islanders. They're playing Barry Trotz's team. We know who Barry Trotz is. We know who that is. Former Capitals coach who they won the Stanley Cup with. Listen, these next few games are pivotal games. The rest of the season is pivotal. They got 10 more games left in the regular season. These will be determining factors on where the Caps sit in a playoff push. Still so very impressed by the Caps, but definitely want to share some notes here. I really want to share with you all for certain one thing that Coach Laviolette shared. I think this is important. He says to reporters, I feel like we're down the road of the season where everybody understands what we're doing now. There shouldn't be any excuses about not understanding or how we move about our business. I think this stretch and the teams we have to play during this stretch, our games will have to play the right way. By doing that, you prepare yourself for the playoffs. Listen, this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, right? But what the coach is saying is everybody should be on the same page. They should be on the same page. We know where we're headed. We know the system. We know how to move about our business. That's huge that the coach is saying this publicly. Everybody should be on the same page about where we're headed. And that's into the playoffs for a strong push, a strong position. They trying to get the cup, y'all. This feels like a Stanley Cup run. But 3 straight games against Barry Trotz's Islanders starting tonight, that's tough. That is tough. So we're going to see what happens. Okay, we're going to see what happens. They have some tough games. They have the next 10 games. We're looking at these 3 with the Islanders. They have to play the Boston Bruins again. They have to play the Penguins again. They have to play the Flyers again. And I think I'm missing another team. But hey, listen, these 10 games have to finish strong. Have to finish strong. And we're going to see what happens. I am truly enjoying what I've seen the Caps pull together thus far. And I think, to the coach's point, they understand what they're up against. It's not easy, but it's absolutely doable. So the Caps are playing right now. Let's keep an eye on them. Let's keep an eye on all of this in this playoff push. Listen, we're talking about the same Islanders that eliminated them from getting into the postseason. That's that New York Islanders. Barry Trotz. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And their team is tough. Tough team. Well-coached team, as we all know. We'll keep watching, but we're pushing for the home team as always. Wizards fans, are you here? Do we have any Wizards fans in the building? We need the like or the love emoji. And while the Wizards fans are checking in, I saw some other folks check in. I think I saw Randall and Sabrina and Faye, and I think I saw a couple of folks check in. But Wizards fans, and my mom, did everyone say hello to my mother? She's on. And Wizards fans, while you all are checking in, make sure you are tuning in to the Triple W Podcast. Triple W Podcast on YouTube and on Spotify. Each and every week. You don't want to miss it. I get to share the stage with 3 other of some amazing Wizards media colleagues that I have, and we just have a great time. Miss Becca Winker, Karita Parks, Brianna Holmes. We have a blast talking about the Wizards. So have Wizards, all the Wizards fans check in. So last week, I said, the Wizards are playing well. I'm not going to drag them. No drag spotlight for the Wizards. We're not doing that. No drag spotlight. And can you all believe that 2 weeks in a row, I'm not going to drag the Wizards? Can y'all believe that? 2 weeks in a row, y'all. I am not going to sit up here and drag the Wizards. I can't even believe it. I can't believe it myself. They are free from the CWall drag once again. Wow. And why is that? That's because the Wizards are winning. Oh my gosh. They are winning. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. And James, I want to say something about your comment, James, that you wanted to apologize for being wrong about Westbrook. Let me tell you something, James. God bless you. I appreciate you, because that's a lot to share with somebody and say, I was right. And I was wrong and you were right. So everybody go right now and tell James, shout out to him, because it takes a lot to be able to share when you were mistaken about somebody. But we're all CWall Sports and Entertainment family, so it's all good. We're here to talk and to critique and just all of those things. But listen, again, I can't even believe I done got me excited a little bit. Normally I'm up here, I'm sad, all upset. Kenneth Lash, he's checking in. He knows how I feel about the Wizards. We all do. But they're winning, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. And what this is looking like, what this means for the team. But first, we have to shout out Denny, Avdia. Get well soon, Denny. I really like that kid's spirit. A lot of upside, a lot of promise to Denny. Want to wish him nothing but the best as he recovers. He was injured in last night's game, and he is out for the season. Do not believe that his injury will require surgery, but he is out for the remainder of the season. So we want to make sure we're sending him our well wishes. So tag him on social media. Tell him that you're wishing him the best and to get well soon. That was tough to see him go down. He was in such excruciating pain. It was so amazing, though, to see his teammate and Jordan Bell and others just trying to kind of help him and coach him through that moment of pain. So just want to wish him the best for certain. Listen. What do y'all think about this? So the Wizards are now, and we talked about this last week, y'all. Now let's go back, right? We talked about this last week. What did we say? We don't tank. No to the tanking. Absolutely not. Keep fighting. And what have we seen? We have seen the Wizards continue to fight. Can you believe it? And then the thing that's making it so, it's almost like poetic justice. It's like, wow. Last week we were like, okay, people are coming back from injuries. Folks are doing well, but then we lost Denny last night to injury. But then we say, hey, listen, they're playing well together and they want to win. Absolutely. We talked about them continuing to fight to get in position with the 10th seed to be in the play-in tournament. They've done that. I think they're going to keep going. We want to see them keep going. We know that they want to keep going. John says he's seen the hustle. David, I see your point that they're playoff bound. It looks like they got their eyes on something. They absolutely have their eyes on it. And it's that playoff. It's the playoff. We already know that a professional team they don't want to tank. They don't want to go out there and lose on purpose. Now they're winning, y'all. 6 games. In good wins. These not fluke wins. This is not fluke. They're playing whole entire game. I'm like, wow, I can't even believe it. I see everyone's comment about Daniel Gafford. I see the comments, and it's looking like for the first time ever, the Wizards have won a trade. Can you believe that? The Wizards have won a trade. Everyone's talking about Daniel Gafford. Let's see this. There are 8. The Wizards are, we all have said this, right? We all said this. They have won a season high 6 straight games. They're 8-1 in their last 9 games. So we're watching the Wizards in their best stretch of the season right now. When Daniel Gafford plays, he's here. 8-1. He's a contributor. A strong, active, consistent contributor. Straight up balling. When they were playing the Pelicans, when was that, you all? Last week? Was that last Saturday? He was all over the court. I said, oh my goodness delicious. And I see your comment here, James, about Westbrook and Bill going to turn Daniel Gafford into an all-star. Hey, listen, I don't know what he was doing in Chicago, or if they weren't utilizing him, or what the case may be. But one thing's for certain, the Wizards did win that trade. Absolutely won it. And I am excited about it. We have to continue to just watch how this goes. You know, when have we gone 2 weeks on coaching from the couch, not dragging the Wizards? That doesn't happen too often, y'all. So it's happening, and we have to. You all know me. I can be tough on all of these teams, but when they're doing well, I'm an advocate for them, and I want to celebrate them, and I want them to know that they have to keep going, keep pushing. We had been hearing from the team all season long that they truly believed that they were a better team than what the scoreboard was showing. Now they are showing it. They're showing it. And I see everybody, and Cameron said it, in his years of watching the show, never. You're right. It's never been 2 weeks in a row where I wasn't dragging them. So you all are watching history right now, okay? Because I gets to dragging a team in a minute. I don't care. I just, hey, listen, I'm trying to keep, So if it's 2 weeks in a row, you're watching history right now. CWall Sports Entertainment, coaching from the couch. But anyway, seriously. It's good stuff. James's point again. Let's see what Chandler can do. Let's see and get him. He's being, right now buried on the bench. Maybe he's got something in the tank that we can truly utilize and enjoy for certain. Listen, I'm looking forward. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Oh my goodness. History made again. I'm looking forward to watching how this plays out. And I see my girl Janet is checking in. Janet, when have you heard me say that I'm looking forward to something that the Wizards are doing? So let me see how this is going to turn out. I don't say that often, ever. But I just did. Also got to bring up Bradley Beal, Steph Curry, scoring champion. Now, yesterday's game, Wizards, Warriors, it wasn't that high scoring competition that folks thought it was going to be between Bill and Curry. Listen, Curry, I think now is leading the league in scoring. He came up on Bill, and as we said on the Triple W podcast, Steph Curry is playing amazing. He's out of his mind. It's like watching something out of a video game. But don't count Brad out. He might absolutely still could possibly win this scoring title. So we'll see. That's also a nice. It's that's not, in my opinion, more important than watching this Wizards playoff push. But I am enjoying the conversation about Brad being in the scoring title kind of match with Curry, because it's a great company to be in. And I am also mentioning, because I can't go a week without mentioning this, Russell Westbrook and I don't know if it's a quest or not, but just in his natural athletic ability that we may witness in this season, Russell Westbrook passing Oscar Robertson for the most triple doubles. That's huge. That is huge. Again, watching history. When folks when these athletes come to our town and they play on our teams and we're watching history, make a note of it. Watching history, it's a big thing. It's important. And I love to see it. Do y'all love to see it? Because I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. Moving on to the next topic. Washington football team fans, where are you? Check in. I see Johnny Leon Hill checked in. I know he's a Washington football team fan. Where are all the Washington football team fans? Check in, check in, check in. We need the like, the love emojis. And are you all sharing the show with your DMV sports loving family and friends? Have you shared the show? I saw the 85 South fan club check in. Damon, I know you were quiet, but you're here. I see you, my friend. The draft is 1 week away. You're absolutely correct, John. Where should I start? Let me start with this one. Jordan Reed retires, former Washington football team player. We want to wish Jordan the best of luck in his, in just his own personal life. We all knew here, Jordan had a lot of concussions, and he's only 30 years old and announced his retirement after the many concussions. And now he's being very transparent and open about having issues, which we all knew, right? But he had to come to that place himself to realize playing this game is no longer in my best interest. Jordan has a beautiful family. And so I was proud of him to come to that conclusion, because you have to take care of yourself. Have to absolutely take care of yourself. So wishing him all the best for certain, because being well means the world. And I'm glad that Jordan Reed chose what was best for his well-being and for his quality of life and what's important for his family. So kudos to him. Amazing career. Take care of yourself. So if you all follow him or anything on social media, if you haven't already, make sure you send him your well wishes. For certain. Because he was with the 49ers for a year, but it's the burgundy and gold, okay? So, hey. Alex Smith retired. Listen, I made a joke on my page today about I was going to do a whole ode to Alex Smith, and I'm not. I'm really not. I was just joking. Because you all have heard me talk about Alex Smith so much from a leadership perspective, what I believe he brought to the locker room. And I will tell you all that I will forever be grateful for the opportunity to have covered Alex Smith on site in Ashburn, everywhere since he came in the door in the burgundy and gold. So listen, it was potentially one of the saddest things I was covering when he got injured, but it became one of the best stories and best things that I'll probably talk about forever. So, yes, I do love Alex. He's an amazing person and just very cool guy. In the story is just, I'll never forget it. And having seen it and experienced all of it live was truly a blessing for me in this industry and in this business. So it was very cool, but I think he made the right decision. I'm glad he did. Glad he did. So that was, listen, I might bring him back up. If folks don't start acting right, I might say, hey, listen, go get Alex. But anyway. Bryce Love was released. We never even got to see him play. But you know what? I want to say something about that. Wish him nothing but the best as well, because he just dealt with the injury that he had since college. But that was also a remnant, if you ask me, of the last regime. and how decisions were being made then. Everybody knew Bryce Love was hurt and he was injured. Everybody knew this. But the previous regime, they drafted him anyway. Hope. And now look, not even on the team. The best ability is availability, and Bryce Love was unavailable. However, we know prior to the injury, he was amazingly talented. So we wish him nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. He even had, I'm going to take it back to Alex. He had some good stories to share about Alex. You know? So we'll see. We'll see. Draft is next week. I see Damon saying O-line at 19. What do you want to see the Washington football team do with their first rounder? What do you really want to see? I think I've seen some comments about hoping that Justin Fields drops to the Washington football team. David, I see your comment about, and I've seen this kid's name a lot. Christian Darsaw with the 19th pick. I've seen this name so many times. So many times that many of the analysts are projecting that the Washington football, I keep wanting to say the Wizards, y'all. The Washington football team will draft Christian. So Joy is saying a quarterback or a wide receiver with the first round pick. Randall saying a linebacker. We need a linebacker bad. I think it remains to be seen, you all. And I'm looking and I'm loving you all's comments here. James, this is interesting. James, you're sharing that you hope that the team, are you saying that you hope the team drafts a running back with the 19th pick? Or you said in general, you hope that the team drafts a running back? Because I have seen that as well, that there's projections or that Washington could take a running back. You know, it's interesting. I will say, and I saw this from sports media colleague John Keim, that some potential quarterback names for Washington is Davis Mills from Stanford and Kyle Trask from Florida. And I was like, okay, all right. That's understandable. And gotcha, James, gotcha. In general, not at 19. Totally understand what my question regarding the running back. It's going to be interesting. I think the team understands that they still need their quarterback of the future. And if they can pick up a quarterback that can perhaps be mentored and learn from Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think that's an ideal situation, because one thing that we've talked about on this show is that it is the quarterback of the future. Are they on the roster? Because let's not forget, yes, there's Ryan Fitzpatrick, but they still got Kyle Allen, who they think very highly of, this coaching staff, as well as Taylor Heineke. But that doesn't mean they can't draft a quarterback, but still keeping that in mind, that they do have 3 on the roster and have been very open and transparent that there will be a quarterback competition. So I always think about that in terms of what direction they may go in when we're talking about the first round. Absolutely, offensive line is something that they may do. That's something that they may do. Linebacker is absolutely a position where this team needs some help. Help. So we're going to see. They can go either way. I think I saw the name Najee Harris. I think Leon said that as well. in terms of that particular prospect. So I still think that we don't know, and it's up in the air. I think they have their draft board set, but they really are going to make a decision based on what's available and the best available. Sometimes it's not so much about the position, but it's much more about who's the best player that's available at that pick. It's so interesting. It's like, wow, last year it was all the hype around which pick. I mean, not which pick, because we knew the Washington football team was picking second. But as soon as the draft started, it was like they picking right now. So we'll see. It's going to be a lot that happens. It'll be interesting. I feel like this staff, they keep things in house, right? They don't tell all the business. So I think we may be a little shocked, or we might be like, who is that? So it remains to be seen. Everybody that you all are mentioning are great prospects, and I think would be excellent fits for the team. And that's why I think that they're going to go with what's best available at that pick. So we'll see. Really, really see. Next Thursday is the draft. Right now, I know at some point, I'm going to tell you all this because we're getting ready to wrap up for the night. I'm going to do a draft show. Not certain if it will be on Thursday. So that's the thing. Not certain if it's going to be on Thursday because there's some things going on. It may be on Thursday. We might do it after the draft. If we do the show after the draft, and that gives us an opportunity to all come together after the draft, it would basically be as soon as the draft is over, we'll go live and we'll go through all of the Washington football team's draft picks. So that may be what ends up happening. Make sure you stay tuned, because I won't know until next week, really, or maybe I'll know by tomorrow what we're going to do. But hey, listen, that could absolutely be a thing where we just all get together. As we do, we're going to coach from the couch, and we're going to go through each one of the draft prospects, and we're going to rate the draft, and we're going to do that together, and we're just going to enjoy and get hype for this season. Okay? We talked about the opponents last week. The schedule will be out May 12th. So we got a lot to talk about with the Washington football team, y'all. We're going to talk about these draft prospects. Then we'll have to talk about the schedule in depth. Always more to come. So listen, you guys, thank you all so very much for being awesome and for tuning in and chiming in with all of your great ideas and commentary. This is always so much fun. I hope you all have fun. I hope. But listen, you all, please stay safe. Keep wearing your mask. Keep washing your hands. Listen, y'all, it's just good to see so many people. I'm glad that everyone is still out and about and being safe and doing what they can out here. And most importantly, be well, you guys. Be well, be well, be well. All right? I will see you guys next week at some point. Might be Thursday. Might be at the end of the draft. We'll see. Okay? Talk to y'all soon.